This video/stream is sponsored by Trader Central. Trader Central provides funding for traders, spot cryptocurrency exchange services, and access to trading tools like copy trade software, portfolio tracking, and a social platform exclusive for communicating with trader friends. Sign up now using the link in the description and get up to 30% off on your first plan.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you guys had a great week this past week, as the market gave us plenty of opportunities to capitalize on. In this video, I want to talk about my analysis for USD CAD, USD Swiss Franc, and USD Jpy. And I'm starting off with USD CAD with the weekly time frame and work my way down to the 4-hour time frame. And now on the weekly time frame, what we can see, as I've mentioned previously in my other videos, is that price, has been making this soft movement, but kept bouncing off this resistance area up here around the 1.29 area, and I kept rejecting to the downside, making higher highs as price kept doing that, and forming this upward trend line. And now price has finally broken this upward trend line and got into this support area here, which is on the same area as the previous low, and price hasn't broken it yet. But what I was expecting for last week is rejection back up to the trend line to retest it, as well as the support level, which is what happened exactly. And that's why I took my sell trade, and I'm expecting price to reject off that level and then continue its down move, breaking this previous support level, possibly retesting it a little bit, and then continuing all the way down to this support level over here, and possibly even further as well, breaking this level and then all the way down to the weekly support level, around the 1.21 area. So this is generally what I'm looking at in the long term for price to continue its bearish run. Another reason why I'm looking at this as well is the formation of this move here, which is more or less a triple top, and even looking at this move from up from this level here is a double top pattern, and we're currently at the neck, and I'm expecting that neck of the double top to break all the way back down here, which will be more or less the neck of this other triple top pattern, and then breaks that all the way down to support area. So that's what I'm looking at in the long term. When we go to the the daily time frame, we can see what's happening there as well. We can see the bounce of this support area here, and then the retest of this resistance area, as well as trend line. Price came back down again to test that support level and then rejected off, giving this bullish pin bar here, and then price tried to push to the upside, but there is some sort of resistance that price is facing at this point. So, and that's why I'm expecting price to continue to the downside. And if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we can also see what's been happening there as well. Price just in this sort of range, and just bouncing off this support area over here. So like I said, what I'm expecting is for price to continue its down move, break this support level right here, and then continue to downside. But at the same time, anything can happen, and that's why my stop loss is above this area here. And if price breaks above this support area, this resistance area, and closes above it, then most likely price will continue to the upside. But for now, I'm expecting price to still give us some down moves on this trade and continue its bearish run. So that is basically what I'm looking at for USD CAD for the upcoming week, for price to continue its bearish run to the downside, and I'm looking to only take sell opportunities, and my bias would only change once this resistance level has been broken and price closes above that level on the 4-hour time frame. Otherwise, I'm expecting price to continue to the downside. So this has been my analysis for USD CAD. Next, I'm going to talk about my analysis for USD Swiss Franc. So for USD Swiss franc, again, starting with the weekly time frame, I've been bearish on USD Swiss franc, and just because of this bounce and rejection of this resistance level, and I'm expecting price to continue further down all the way to this support level around the 0.91 area. Just because price has been ranging between those two levels, between the 0.93 area and the 0.91 area. So, and this is what I'm expecting to happen for price to continue this move that it's been making. Price didn't quite get to the downside, got back to resistance here and then rejected of it. I'm expecting price to continue all the way to the downside here, completing this double top pattern. As well as continuing the move on this range, and we'll see how price reacts when it gets down to the 0.91 area. So this is generally what I'm expecting for USD Swiss franc, and that's what we've seen on the weekly time frame. However, if we go to the daily time frame, we can see from here we can actually plot a trend line, okay, linking the previous lows here all the way down here, and we can see what's happening. The price actually has bounced off that trend line and now has failed um to break below this trend line to continue. It seems like price is bouncing off it all the way to the upside. Throughout last week, this was a trade I took when price got to this resistance level. I was able to take my sell trade and capitalize on it, and giving us about 150 pips on that move. I'm just going to exit that now. So what now I'm expecting, like I said on the weekly time frame, I was expecting price to continue all the way to the downside, but that may not happen. That may price may just as well bounce from this area here, which is started to do all the way up, breaking this resistance level and then continuing to the upside and possibly breaking this all the way back to this resistance area around the 0.95 area. That's one possibility. Another possibility is price getting to this resistance level. As you can see, there's been a sort of rejection and price closed below it. So there's a possibility that price could as well just make this down move here. Quick retest of this resistance level. You can see it has been tested here as well. Broke strongly and back to test it. And then price may just continue this down move by coming back down to break this support level, retesting, and then continuing the move all the way down to 0.91 area. So this is also another possibility that can happen as well. Okay, so now that we've seen all the possibilities and what can happen, price either breaking this resistance level here or rejecting of it, that makes that area our key area to watch out for in the coming week, and that's where we are now, and that is the 0.926 area. And if we go to our 4-hour time frame, that would give us a clearer picture of what is happening as well. And as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, that area was, it's an area of significance. That you can see major price reactions around that area. Every time price got to that area initially, there was a rejection of that area, and you can see about 3 rejections of the area here, and then price finally breaking the area around here. Price got to it once and then rejected of it to the downside over here. And then now price has gotten to that area again, tried to move above it, but ended up rejecting off it and closed below that level. So that is why I am expecting price to more or less continue to the downside from there, which is also very possible. Another thing to watch out for as well is a possible break of that area that I was saying, that because of this bounce off this trend line here, as we saw on the daily time frame, okay, because of this bounce here, it could mean that price is more or less just bouncing to the upside. All right, so what we are looking for is either a break off this area or a bounce off that area. So if there is a break of this area, right, we'll be looking to enter when price gives us opportunity to retest, or if price breaks strongly, we can just enter immediately, put our stop loss below this area here, and then take our trade all the way to the upside. Okay, And if that happens, we'll be looking to gain about risking about 20 pips on that move and gain about 100 pips on the move as well. So, which is a very good risk to reward ratio. Okay. Another thing again that supports price moving more towards the upside is the inverse head and shoulder pattern that has formed here as well. And I'll point it out to you. So, from here, we can see price coming back down here, go from the left shoulder, goes back up to the neck, forms the head here, forms this right shoulder here, and then broken the right shoulder to continue its move. And I'm expecting to continue to the upside, as I mentioned. So, more or less, because of this break of the neck over here of this region, right, we can see price coming back down to after the break to retest that area there and then continue to the top, so making this head and shoulder pattern um, possible, and as well as making the up move possible. So this is something that we have to watch out for. So once price goes up again in the next week on the 4-hour time frame and breaks and closes above that area, then we'll be looking to take our buy trades to the top. But if price continues to the downside, then we would sell when price breaks below this trend line. So at this point, I wouldn't be selling. I would only wait for price to break below this trend line before I sell, and I will buy when price breaks and closes above this resistance area there. So this has been my analysis for USD Swiss franc for the upcoming week. Next, I'm going to talk about my analysis for USD JPY. So for USD Jpy, again from the weekly time frame, we can see that price has given us this major rejection of this resistance area around the 123.5 level, and then giving us this sort of pin bar pattern. So which we'll be expecting that price will at least retrace all the way back down to give us an area where we can buy from. Um, and that's what we're seeing on the weekly time frame. On the other hand, this massive buy move may just continue as price has gotten to this support level here around the 21.5 area, and then that's when price bounced off it and then gave this other um, week on the other side. So if we look at the daily um, time frame, we can see that price came up, broke this previous resistance here, came up, broke another resistance level, and then the next resistance level, price got there, rejected of it to retest the resistance, the support area around the 21.4 area, and now price has given us this rejection to the upside. And what I'm looking at from the daily time frame is a continuation, most likely to the upside, to possibly break this resistance level again all the way to the next resistance level around the 125.8 area. And that is what I am looking at for USD JPY. On the daily time frame as well, we can see that this candlestick pattern that has formed on this support area is called a morning star, which is this bearish candle with the doji candle, and then followed by this strong bullish candle which closed more than 50% of the previous bearish candle, so which is a strong buy indication, and that's why I am expecting the buy trade to continue for USD JPY in the upcoming week. Now, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, this is how I was able to capitalize on the trade. Two things pointed to a buy for me. That's one, price coming to retest this area, this support area that has been tested here. 1, 2, okay, and then the next test again was on this area, and price kept rejecting off, rejected off, and then gave us this sort of bullish pattern. Another thing again that I saw was the formation of the double bottom pattern here as well. Okay, and which gave me the indication that price most likely will continue to the upside. And then the third indication was the break of the trend line, which I've drawn as well. So those are strong indications for me to enter a sell, a buy trade on USD JPY. And that's what I'm expecting to happen for the upcoming week. So if you're not in this trade already, because we're almost at 100 pips, what I would say is if you go to a lower time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, we can see that there is a level here that we can capitalize on. As you can see, price tested it here and has broken strongly above it, has tested it once, twice, and seems to be coming back down to test that area. So therefore, if price comes down to that area, we can be looking for our buy trades here. So if price comes to test this area, look for buy signals, and if price gives us the opportunity to buy here, then we can enter buy trades to the top. Okay, but if price breaks this area, then you shouldn't rush to take any buy trades until we see a very good buy opportunity. And for me, if price breaks this area to the downside, then I'll exit this trade and just go out with the profit that I have currently. But like I said, this area here will be a good area for us to enter the buy trade if you're not already in this trade. So, but if you're already in this trade from this point, then by now you should have moved your stop to break even, and then we're waiting to see if we can capitalize on this area here and enter more buy positions. So this is my analysis for USD JPY. I am bullish on just USD JPY for the moment, and I'll be looking out for the zones that I've marked for the other pairs as well. So this has been my video for USD CAD, USD Swiss Franc, and USD JPY. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have, kindly leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel for my analysis video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright.